All right, we're live, it says. We're going to roll with it. Good morning, YouTube. What's going on? We're still rolling into the city here, and we'll get everybody on board, hopefully, that wants to be on board. Make sure you got your coffee. Get the coffee in, uploaded before we get there to be a little alert alive. Dang, we got Tommy Boy checking in already? How did you comment before I even had it on? Interesting. So welcome, folks. Everybody checking in already. We're going to this rally here. I put a lot of information in the description box. So those that are uninformed or not aware of the situation, hopefully that explains it as best I can. But basically, this bill that they're putting through, they're calling it a sanctuary bill, I think on both sides. It's not like it's being framed this way. But it handcuffs Nevada's law enforcement where they cannot cooperate with Immigration and Customs Enforcement unless it meets a standard that Nevada deems as appropriate. And I guess the biggest thing is, or not the biggest thing, but I get the issues with Fourth Amendment and other issues with detention of people unjustly and stuff like that. But to just give safe harbor to anybody who doesn't meet the standard that you want to set is a big issue. And I think it's almost the exact opposite of what I would prefer to see in particular. But immigration and naturalization is a federal issue and is a constitutional issue in that form, and that's why that's why I kind of take the stance that I do on it. But the biggest thing also is it's going to allow people to just basically, you can get pulled over or stopped for any number of minor violations. Basically, if a Nevada law enforcement official can't hold you for any longer on that charge, just because you have an immigration hold on your record somewhere because you overstayed a visa or whatever else that Customs Immigration has got you for, they can't hold you for that unless it has been adjudicated in the fashion that Nevada deems appropriate. And that's detailed in the bill. I wasn't able to get a link to it down in the description box, but you can look it up fairly easily. If you type in AB 281 for Nevada, it's going to come up maybe with some old bills. But if you go directly to what's called NELIS, N-E-L-I-S, not the airbase, ironically, but you can search for all the current bills there, and it'll give you the full language. It's really a short bill. It's really short, pretty direct. There's not going to be a whole lot of amending this thing. If they start playing around with it, it's basically going to get either watered down or cut out completely. But like I said yesterday, I pretty much expect this to get pushed through just like the other one. Regardless of the legal ramifications of a state trying to tell the feds how to do immigration and naturalization, which is squarely in the federal realm of constitutionality, they're going to drag Nevada into court, I'm sure, over this whole thing when it does pass. If it's passed, it's going to be enacted July, as soon as the legislature period is over, basically. But I think it's July 1. It's going to be rolling. So it's going to be problematic. And the big issue, obviously, or not obviously, maybe, especially for those that aren't aware, big issue is that we just had the MS-13 guys up here, big robbery, murder scheme that went down a couple months ago now. That's everybody here in the north is still up in arms about that. But well, that's interesting. I dropped right in the middle of town. Hopefully it doesn't do that when I'm just walking around. So hopefully that gets the bug out. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me now. But I did drop there for a second. It looks like I got Tyler in here. Frank Burns, good morning. How y'all doing? Everybody brought your coffee, right? Chipper66. Thanks for the thumbs up there. Thanks for checking in. I thought Tommy Boy at the very top. I'll check in with anybody else when we get up here and we dismount. About 10 minutes out. I fully expect that this will be fairly well attended, I imagine, because the room will be packed for this hearing, I imagine, and everybody that is coming for the hearing is probably like, well, I might take the extra hour and get here early. So I expect the rally to be fairly well attended for, 0630. And just to give you the weather update, it is freezing. I had to scrape frost off the windshield, so it's just a little chilly. March weather, as should be expected. Nice and clear though, not windy or nothing like that, so that's good. But I expect the crowd to be fairly active. Midwest Prepper, what's going on? How are you functioning, Tyler? No coffee. Yeah, Midwest Prepper, we won't. There's nothing to take. We'll just let people are going to let their voice be heard, I guess, or opposition in this case. But it's going to get rammed right down our throats. Hey, Wes S., what's going on? No, the chair is not against the wall. Actually, in Texas, you might be. I don't know. You have your issues down there, too. But it's a nice morning here. Nice and clear. Just, I guess I'll consider this my walkabout time when we get up here and just walk around the rally and see what kind of attendance we get. See if I got any. I'm sure I'll know some people here. So it should be fairly good. I know there's people that are going to be showing up and jetting out and on the way to work. I saw a lot of comments like that on the social media last night. Like, okay, we'll be there. That's the good thing about it being early. A lot of times these bills are middle of the day and you have a rally a little bit before time, like we did with the land bill. And it's not as well attended just because people are working and it's hard to go to work, leave work, and go back. That could be an issue. But having it before this early, where people can go, show up, do meet and greet, and speak their piece, and compatriate with people, and then jet off to work after that is a kind of a good thing. Hey, Aaron Cox, what's going on? How's things there in the Zona? Yeah, Aaron, if you don't know, West Wind Survival, he's heading down to your location here shortly, I guess. He's getting his homestead set up. Go check out West Wind if he ever he might be checking in here eventually. But he's moving up there to somewhere in Arizona after his separation. So you have some more compatriots down there, Aaron. Somebody YouTube the whiff. And biggest thing is I'm gonna have this ear mic in. Let me know if it's like it's scratchy. It's because if it's moving across the jacket or whatever a certain way, it might hit the zipper, and just let me know and I'll try to move it around or pin it up somehow once I get out of here. But I'm definitely gonna have it just in case it'd be easy to hear me, and keep if the wind does pick up, it'll keep the wind noise down too. It's already toasty there in Arizona land. Right, I think Vegas is it got above 80 for the first time since last fall in Vegas the other day. We haven't had to deal with that, fortunately. We've had some 50 days, but a little bit of weather this week. It's supposed to clear up this weekend, and we're gonna have some good weather, I think. But the biggest thing is keeping this water going. We're supposed to have another storm coming in, so have a nice weekend and hopefully get some stuff done for planting and stuff. You know what I'm saying? The hardest thing about coming down here to the legislature is the parking is atrocious. So I'm trying to scheme how I'm going to get in here, in and out effectively. Because you got to figure all the staff that work in the building's got to be there a little early. to get things started, and then all the legislators, and there's not that much parking. And then you got everybody showing up for all the different hearings. It's like we might have to walk a half mile. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. Hopefully it goes good. So it says we got 8 watching. I don't understand why I can get a view count, or who's watching, not a view count, but who's watching number on my mobile device, but on the Hangout version, when you go into on the desktop, you know, your base computer, it doesn't give you that anymore. I wish YouTube would stop messing around and settle for something. But they have made this whole mobile live stream thing a lot easier. I give them props for that. It's definitely been it's been an improvement of what they used to have. I remember we did the live streams down at Bunkerville, and we did some in Oregon, and we did some in Elko and other things, and it's gotten a lot better. The devices have gotten better in working with that. So, hey, there's one positive thing. What was that? Is that third option? What's up? You're heading to Indiana? No, I'm not heading to Indiana. We're not bugging out yet. I don't think. I don't know if that's going to be in the cards or not. That's not the plan. Third op. That's for sure. Indiana would not be my first choice either. But we would let you know if we're en route. Yeah, you can watch the chat. You can have the chat chat up, but it still doesn't tell you how many people are watching. Well, I guess you can pull up the video and everything, watch it on the view page. You can do it but that takes up too much bandwidth for me. Outgoing and incoming video is a challenge on my limited bandwidth. All right, we're going to try to go in the back door here and hopefully get a good seat at the table. We'll see what everybody else thinks. Right on red's still a thing, right? No, Wes, it ain't gonna be like that. It ain't gonna be nothing like that. It's not gonna be no hostilities, I don't think, unless well, if there's a counter protest, if La Rocha comes out, if the Roaches come out that want to bring in Azatlan or something like that, if they're here, maybe there'll be some issues. But we had the counter protesters here for the lands bill, and it all goes over fairly well. Don't make fin with Frosties. What are Frosties? I don't know what a Frosty is. All right, we're at almost 7 here, so they're probably starting something up. Be fashionably late, right? That's what they call it, right? Fashionably. Snowflakes. Okay, we won't make friends with the snowflakes. Hand warmers around the neck. Good to know. Good to know. Oh man. Not too worried about them. I don't think we'll. Let's see if we can sneak into this adjacent parking lot over here that's off to the side. Walk over. Oh yeah, we beat everybody. What I'm more concerned about is how many of the LE types are going to be here scoping this thing out, looking for instigators or trying to instigate, doing their data intel gathering. You know, pretty sure I can park here. Yeah. Doesn't say I can't. So I'm gonna do a little bit of walk. All right, whip it in here, drink some coffee real quick, do a little bit more of a download. CE, good morning. Hey, how you doing? It's not one of those things, Christine. It'll be fine. I just want to capture what some people are saying or what the feel, the mood of the crowd is. Because while people are pretty resigned that we have no voice in the legislature this year, and probably the next 2 years either, or maybe forever, people are not quitting, I guess you would say. They're not just going to lay down and let them do what they want without some sort of resistance. Hey, what's up, Jet? How you doing? You want me to pass any word there for you, Jet? You want me to go speak to anybody in particular for you? Okay, folks. This is going to have to dismount this thing. All right, I am going to put you on mute, hopefully. All right, let's see. Get this thing situated. Okay, can you guys hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Waiting for a thumbs up here. All right, Chipper, thanks. Makes all the difference. So, walking on over. I see one red jacket from here, so somebody's out front. All right, am I back? I don't know I think that was the app. So we got a small group of people over here. Based Mom, I don't know. I know Cyrus did a video. He said he would go down there today. I don't know if there's anything planned though. But there may be the Grant Sawyer building. Focus. It's a problem. And the thing about these, especially this work days, it's all the old people. And I guess what? I'm one of the old people. So there's a small crowd here. Let's see if we got, you can see the Capitol, the legislative building, not the Capitol, I guess. There. right there. See if 4 people are. Usually they mingle up here off to the side, but everybody's out front. Hopefully they bring a bullhorn. It looks like everybody's gonna be out front. The sun's not quite fully up. If I can get a view of let me turn you guys around. You can almost see the sun on the Sierra, but the trees are in the way. But the sun's just peeking up into there. But usually they have a lot of things over there in that space. But there's people mustering up over here, milling about smartly, waiting for somebody to be in charge, I guess, to spread the word. Yeah, CE, or not, it was that base mom. Cyrus has his own viewpoints. He speaks his mind, though. I'd rather have somebody let you know where he stands and flip-flops and stuff like that. He can get pretty rowdy, especially some of that public stuff. CE, you're confused because most PDs are part of the 2. Right, that basically they sign an agreement with ICE to take part in activities or whatever. Well, and I saw your comment, and I think I responded to your comment too, CE, last night. This bill, though, says cannot unless it meets a Nevada legal standard that they wrote into the bill. Basically, somebody can overstay their visa, but unless they go before a immigration court prior to that to get the warrant or anything, they won't be held. So somebody can overstay their visa and the immigration puts a hold on them in the system, I guess you'd say, in their electronic system. But Nevada won't be able to hold them unless that has been processed before a bench judge. If you read it, it's something to that effect. It has to go before a administrative authority first before Nevada can hold them. Because you're right, most of the law enforcement do notify ICE when they do catch somebody, but this won't allow them to do that unless they have met that standard, I guess you'd say. Oh, you can see a little bit of the mountains through there. I don't know who's been watching the videos over the years, but they did a big project on the main street here. It used to be 4 lanes, and they changed it all back down to 2 lanes. It's like they spent all that money decades ago to 4-lane it, and once they got the bypass in, they moved it back to 2 lanes. Everybody going to work. There's a shot of does everybody know the Western tradition of putting your city's initial on the hill nearby? So that's C Hill for Carson. The Old West thing of marking territory. Still got plenty of snow.
There you go.
So this is where everybody's gonna meet up, I think. You meet and greet. Morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Hey, good. Thanks for having this. Hey, based mom. Thanks. Appreciate it. Aaron, what do you think about Portland voting JTTF out of their city? That's interesting. I think that's a terrible program because it focuses more on us than it does on any bigger issues. It's bigger. It's a bigger control grid problem than some of the work they actually get done. But let's see if we can catch the sun coming up here. They should be doing high school field trips and stuff like this. Oh, the sun's up a little bit too strong already. It's gonna be too bright out this way. But anyway, somewhat of a sunrise. Wes, could you just start hanging coyotes on the fence again? Right? Anybody see the latest episode of The Walking Dead? Do something like that? That might work.
Hey, good morning.
Morning, how you doing? All right, do mom stuff. Mom's got to do mom things, right? You can check back the replay later. It looks like more and more people are coming out of the woodwork. A lot of people were standing inside waiting for it to get warm, I think. So, hopefully they do have something in Vegas similar. But also the hearing itself will be online as well. So that's something to remember if you wanted to actually watch what people are saying. Should have made a sign. I didn't make a sign. I don't know how their grass is green. My grass isn't green yet. They probably have better landscapers than I do. It's not my priority. So anything else going on out there in the real world? Anybody check the news this morning? Let me roll back through, see if I missed anything. Buffering, Tommy Boy? I thought that was before prior. Okay. All right, I think I'm caught up on everything. Stock is up 124. Did you see the price of silver last night? Did you back the truck up last night, Tommy? I know I did. I got my truckloads en route. What's the morning? What's the prices like this morning? The you got 7 ounces of gold. Man, Tommy is doubling down. So yeah, anybody that didn't check in earlier when we were talking about explaining what this is, AB 281 basically doesn't allow law enforcement to turn over somebody who's on an immigration hold status of some sort. There's a nice Jeep. Doesn't allow them to hold them unless they meet a Nevada standard that's put forth, which is problematic for everybody. And with the recent killing of those folks down in we had another robbery ring deal with MS-13 or whatever. Everybody is pretty much up in arms about getting things straight and not Not just letting people run amok that are on an immigration status of some sort. Oh, you're upside down. Racist rally disrupts about it. Yeah, it's pretty low key right now. And I imagine a lot more people will be showing up to talk or to speak or just be present for the hearing this morning as well. Probably a few legislatures roll out here in a few minutes, at least the ones that are opposing the bill that are from these areas nearby. I imagine will come on out. If you remember the 2A rally we had last year, a couple of the state assemblymen were here for that rally. They're pretty good to get in and out there. So tell Mule Team he's got competition in the beard world. That's a pretty stout beard. Up to 1524. All right, I bought just in time, Aaron. It hit down to 1498 yesterday. It was time to hit the buy button. Buy. Think I missed the van there, Wes. Cargo van?
No on AB 281. You don't want a California, Cape Nevada.
What time we got? I got time. Hopefully my battery holds up. Well, my battery should be pretty good. When it's cold like this, it's actually better because the phone heats up, but it doesn't overheat. If we were doing this in the summer, the battery would start draining pretty quick because of all the heat built up. This guy's got the bullhorn. Morning.
How you doing?
We were just liking that beard. That's pretty nice.
Yeah. If it gets in the 60s consistently, I'm going to
You got to trim it back.
How's it going, guys? We've got the new sanctuary.
Yeah, and of course the media doesn't come out for stuff like this. They can just write from the comfort of their desk about how horrible people are instead of coming out and actually talking to people about what their concerns are, you know? And I would imagine if we were to get... there's another Jeep. Jeeps everywhere. There's probably another bill similar to this that takes another step that's even worse than this one. That's probably in the pipeline somewhere. The way they stack these bills. All right, Wes, have a good day. We'll talk to you later.
When I say keep America, you say great. Keep America. Great. Keep America. Great. One more time. Keep America. Great. Thank you. Who's next?
Got anybody else checking in with us? Okay. That's the, yep, FEMA bus, right? Right, Wes? Right. Well, I was figuring there might be a few more people. It's like people are still trickling in. Because you figure this thing would go till about 7:30, and people probably want to go inside and start warming up and getting ready for the hearing, get their seats situated. Depending on how big the hearing room is, this might fill it up. This crowd. Let me go ahead and turn this around here. Somebody got any questions or anything else going on out there you want to talk about while we're hanging out? Until something more interesting comes down? Explain about the meeting's about. Yeah, this is the first hearing in the committee about this bill, AB 281. But it adds an extra, the bill basically adds an extra legal standard before Nevada law enforcement can cooperate with ICE on turning people over that they may have detained that are on a hold of some sort. So to give you an example, somebody overstays their student visa, they get stopped for running a red light. And the law enforcement guy, they got all the computers are interconnected if they're working in the system, because most of the law enforcement people, like Christine talked about earlier, are on the Homeland Security cooperation program, right, with ICE, and they're tied in. And then when they pull them over, nowadays they can, if they're on a hold because of that visa status, they can turn them over to ICE. This bill doesn't allow them to do that unless that hold that has been put on their in the system has been reviewed by an administrator of some sort. I'm assuming that's a judge, but there's other processes in ICE I'm not familiar with, but it has to go to that next level before they can turn them over. So it's basically taking that extra, requiring that ICE has taken that extra time, and not just the overstayed visa or other issues. There's many other issues scenarios that could come up, but it doesn't allow them to cooperate as things are currently operating. And the bill hearing is today, and they're gonna have their hearing on what they want to, how they're going to pay, when they amend it and everything else, where the sausage is made, right? But everybody out here is basically in opposition to that, and making it more difficult to deal with people who are here illegally overstayed visas, all that other good stuff is not the way most people want to go, because the problem is there's too many people doing those things because it's too easy to stay in the weeds, and it essentially appears to be like a sanctuary system because it allows people to overstay their visas and come here and just hang out, and they may never get a hearing of some sort that'll change that into where they will be turned over if they are caught by our state, local law enforcement types. Hopefully that summarizes it, but you can go read it, hopefully. Like we were talking about earlier, if you go to the NELIS site, NELIS, they'll tell you about, it gives you the exact verbiage and everything. And the hearing can be viewed on there as well. You can get on there and watch the hearing itself online, if anybody hears from Nevada in particular. Further backlog, that's what it does essentially. And the biggest thing is it allows delay. Somebody who could be like this guy that killed these folks up here, who had overstayed a work visa of some sort, or his immigration status had changed. Basically, he was no longer legally in the state or in the country, and he went out and killed these folks and robbed them. And that's the type of thing that people are worried it's going to expand. It's not going to help it. It's not going to help prevent those things. It's going to allow more people to be milling about in the state You know, just because they feel more secure, I guess. They feel like it's a sanctuary. The concern is they'll feel like it's a sanctuary that they won't be able to get them out of the state back to wherever they're from. But of course, the other side, it's all about racism and we're hateful people. One media guy showed up, but he might be here for any other reason. He's not got his camera on, so who knows what he's doing. Man won't say anything to the media. They're gonna walk across, take video from the other side, maybe. So the bill is designed to cause a backlog, right? Frank Burns, how you doing? Hey, Frank, are you from Nevada? Let's change our angle here. I don't see any legislators here. They could be milling up front, shaking, pressing the flesh and whatnot. Hey, Chipper. Yeah, it looks like they're setting up over there. They're going to comment from across the street. They don't want to come across and intermix with these type of folks. Be accused of collaborators. Lose all their viewers. Pretty good view of the mountains and the snow from down here. You can hear that very well. I don't know how well this mic works. Keep Nevada safe. Oh. Texas has a problematic relationship. It'd be interesting to hear what when they do this hearing, what the Attorney General's comments are as you would think this would create a legal nightmare for the Attorney General because the feds are going to be drag Nevada through the coals on this one in the courts because you can't supersede federal immigration law because that's a constitutional process, right? I'm just imagining that the challenges on this are going to be great, pretty intensive. What are you doing? You retire and you decide to come out here and cause problems?
I am. I love it. What are you doing here?
I'm just talking to people and getting a little recording and letting them see what's going on. A lot of people can't
turn me into the CIA, NSA. I want Brendan to be my enemy now.
Well, we know that's going to happen. Good to see you. You enjoying it so far?
Yeah, he's in trouble.
You don't have any enemies that never stood up for you.
I knew I'd see somebody out here I knew.
Who's at my retirement thing?
Right. Yeah. Got to say how much trouble he's been in. The good thing is you're already in the system.
Today's
so.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
And you know who my replacement is, right?
Oh, yeah. Right.
Jamie.
Yeah,
He
right.
starts in a week and a half. He's bounced. position at NDOT. I'm thinking
Yeah, it's not happy.
NDOT's got to be really biting for you to win.
All right, sorry about that, folks. You guys still hear me? Give me a thumbs up. Oh, the media across the street. They decided to come over and they actually got close, getting their hands dirty. There's a few more than 20, Stefan. But it is early, it is a work day, and most people will be staying for the hearing probably. Okay, thanks, Frank. I wasn't sure if I muted back on or off there while I was jaw jacking. 7:30. Figured one of the legislatures would have come out here by now. Glocker Bob, oh my goodness. What is going on, sir? Good to see you on here. I haven't seen you in a minute. How's things? Yeah, Stefan, this isn't a yellow vest protest. Be a little more interesting. We get to that level. We're not quite there yet. But if we keep having people getting killed in their homes, stuff like that, we might get there. Good to see you, Glocker. Good to see you. Put out a video. Shoot a target from 200 yards away or something. What do you mean by headhunter, Stefan? What do you mean? I don't understand what a headhunter would be. It's a nice brisk morning. Good day to be out here milling about smartly. It's funny, some people drive by waving. I don't think they know what's going on. I think they're just waving to be friendly, which is good. You know? More demonstrations in Paris tomorrow. That's good. Get the yellow vest out of here, right? Watch out, the media's on the prowl. Get the main man interviewed. Hey, who's that? That's a long name there. No girl? Okay. Is there a group you can get in touch with? I don't know. This was kind of spread on social media last night. It was kind of a last minute thing. Because they don't announce committee hearings too far in advance, and then they just figured it out. I don't know that necessarily any group did this. I don't know. There might be one that starts there with this stuff continues down the pike, though. But if any local Facebook groups, I'm sure your local GOP might, depending on where you're located. But yeah, it was really last minute. I mean, I don't think they decided to do this until yesterday afternoon. Got a few more people rolling in with the. Hey, Christina, welcome back. How's my battery doing here? 50,000 people ever? Yeah, right, Stefan. Well, they got the military now, right, Stefan? We don't have the military here.
I want you to tell me your name and where you're from, and then you just tell me
Did anybody check in on Cyrus down in Vegas? I wonder if he's streaming down there. He was talking about doing something. He was going to be down at the Grant Sawyer this morning, but I don't know if he did or not. Later, Wes. Hey, Billy Bird, good morning. How you doing? Yeah, hopefully, Stefan, we don't have the military rolling in to crush our protest. That would be that could go very bad, you know? Hey, hey. Yeah, somebody could check in on Cyrus. It'd be good to see what's going on down in Vegas. Hopefully they have a bigger crowd because they got a lot more people. But maybe people down there just don't care. It'd be a vacation, Christina. The border's fine, right? The border's totally secure. Yeah, I wish we were closer here. It would be good to go down there at some point and just, like what Matt does over Resist the Tyranny, to go down and just help out. But it is just a long haul and a lot of time involved from up here. Can you guys hear what they're saying? Can you guys hear the chant? Keep Nevada safe. No sanctuary state. Well, Christina, we all got to live vicariously somehow. I would say to that, though, people that have been in the military understand the threat that the border is, and they have the skills to do it. You might as well go do it because it's more important than anything we did in other countries, you know? That's what I say to people that give border people a hard time about trying to be G.I. Joes and, like you're saying, relive the old days. Like, well, and you got the skills and the abilities, and that's a much more important job than anything most of us have done overseas in the last 60 years. So good on them for getting down there, if you ask me. That's just me, though. Hey, Billy Bird. Well, I wouldn't say it's an illusion because it's here, it's real. Now the effect is could be a problem. I mean, the effect of it can be minimal. Yeah, Stefan, it's interesting, that Paris thing, and see if it goes next level. Still been waiting for it to get much more dramatic. From the Ohio liberals. Don't you have to worry about the northern border too? Does Detroit not cross over? Is that not a big concern? All right, folks. I think I'm about ready to wrap it up. I don't see any big head honchos, legislators showing up who might be speaking or anything. But they'll probably all be inside. Hopefully your eastern border is secure, Midwest. You working hard today already? Christina, you saying the protests might convince one more person? Is that what you're saying? I mean, if people know there's like-minded people, they're more likely to speak out, right? People are cowed so easily by being called names by the left and the media. They don't want to be typecast, you know. They don't want to be a racist, you know, xenophobe, you know. Nobody wants to be that person. But when I'm probably the youngest person here, that doesn't probably help either. All right, Tommy boy, I'll be working on that. Getting to work. Yeah, I'm gonna have to head out here in a minute. But this will be moving inside shortly, I suspect. Appreciate all the comments and thumbs up, dropping by. Share the discussion with others in your networks. What's going on in your state? You know, 10 years ago, Nevada was a pretty safe from this type of thing, and all it takes is one city to become overrun, and this is what happens. Nevada is just in an unusual position that the capital is not a large, it's not a large urban center. That the liberals don't live in Carson City for the most part, that do all this stuff. They all live in Vegas. So there's a different dynamic in dealing with legislators here than in other states. Hey! Oh, Stefan, we're out here talking to the people driving by mostly. They're going to be going in the legislative building here shortly, though. Let me go ahead and turn this around. So, yeah, we should be going inside shortly. I'm going to wrap it up. We'll just walk around and see who else is around and wrap it up.
I had a coworker that said something.
You know, it's one of those things you always hope for more, but you're appreciative of what you got, you know. Thankful for those that do show up, and I'm sure a lot of people will be going into the hearing itself is probably the majority of the crowd, so that's a good deal. Whoa. So I think that's going to be the bulk of the rally, and should be heading up, and I got to head to work. So we'll head out of here. Some more people showing up. It's like people are going inside that are going to the hearing too. So I'm going to wrap it up and head out. If you guys want to hang with me, I'll walk back. See if anybody's got any other comments. I could take the bald guy in red. Old people stink. No, they're just talking to the people driving by mostly. That's what most of the spreading the word that way through the signs and everything. People going in the building and stuff are all legislators, already got their minds made up. This is more to spread the word about the issue, you know. Now, there's people down here on this corner too that were speaking up, it looks like. So you see there's people down here round and around the side street that had signs and stuff. So a few more than we thought. I'm okay, everything's fine. Now, I don't do much interviews. I don't want to skew people's version. I just want to capture what's going on. It's more my stick, I guess. So, is what it is. Whoa. Losing my way there. Oh. You see those people there? We're hanging out in that corner, so that's good. More were better. Where'd I park? Now the parking lot's full. The parking lot was empty when I got here. All right, Tommy boy, waiting for your gold. I'm still waiting for a gold video. Food truck with hot coffee? Yeah, it's probably at other work sites. People are actually making money instead of these nefarious protesters who are just dead weight. I parked in the far lot. All right, thanks for checking in, folks. We're going to check out. Appreciate it. We'll see you around on the YouTube another day. Spread the word. Live free.